Hey friends, I know I've talked a lot about the garden, but I never have talked much about my trees, which I do truly adore. I love trees more than anything. So, I'll show you all some of the trees I got back here. So this is the pride and glory of the backyard. This is the Saijo persimmon tree, which makes occasionally, depending on every other year, it will make nice persimmons. These are soft. These are this is about as big as they're going to get. So they will get like this, and they're going to ripen in September, October, and they taste amazing. It's like the way I describe it is if honey or a fruit. It tastes that good. This is also a persimmon tree, but this is the Fruyu variety. This is the one I call the baby because it kind of came back from the dead. It died off in the winter, and it came back. And this is also a similar variety, the Fruyu. Neither one have made fruit yet, so I think they're just a little bit too small. So we're going to go through here. This is Japanese maple, kind of a bush. I like it. Put that in recently. Now this is an interesting one, right? So my wife wanted nectarines and she wanted them put right together. So I put them, as she requested, right together. And so what you'll find here, this is one. You see the big trunk? And then the other one was over here, but it's also over here. So it has gone up under this other nectarine. And so we just have like a giant nectarine of two trees. And this is her tree. This cute. It's also a Saijo persimmon, but it's a little bit smaller and always has difficulty getting fruit. So I'm guessing that it's looking to grow more than produce fruit, but it does have some this year. We were lucky this year. We got close to 100 or more fruit, which is great. All right, let me get the water. So yeah, it produces fruit sometimes, but it's trying to grow, and that's okay. So on the side here we have the roses, and then these are crepe myrtles. These are the red and yellow blooms. So really pretty. We have a lot of those. That's one. That's another one. But this one's pink. So let's go through here. These are my jujubes. This one and this one. I just put these in this week. So they're doing pretty good. They look nice. This is a mimosa. I put this in last year. Look at these blooms. Yeah, it's really nice, aren't they? So they look good. They do tend to make a little bit of mess when they die off. But these are great. They've done well this year. It's rained a lot, and then they produce a lot of seed pods. So you will have no shortage of mimosas if you want them. This is an Asian pear. We put this in this week as well. Just super healthy looking trees. It actually came with fruit. This one's in, this is a hybrid, American and Chinese, what is it called? Chestnut. Yeah, chestnut. So it's a chestnut tree. So most of the American chestnut trees died out, and they've hybrid them with Chinese to help their ability to flourish here without getting taken down. Anyway, this is also a Japanese maple. This one's kind of struggled this year. Sometimes they struggle, and then the next year they do really well. There's another Japanese maple, and we go get the water. All right, so we see the maples over here. I think they'll get bigger and they'll be better next year. First year you usually put them in, they kind of have to adapt to this climate, which is kind of tough. This is also another mimosa, and seed pods are ready when they're brown. You can just snip them off and plant them in other spots. Looks like I got another one. And I have another one. My friends like these, so they're always begging me to bring seed pods into where I work so they can plant them. Okay, so more tour. These are pear trees that didn't quite, work out. And then we have all my wife's plants in her area. This is a pomegranate tree. It's done pretty well in here this year. It's moving along pretty good. This is a pear tree that looks like a stick, but it looks like it might be coming back. Excuse me. This is a pomelo, and we got that this year. All her stuff we just we bought and planted in her garden's like really killing it this year. Mine's not. So she wins. Has an orange tree, and then this is a glorious looking pear tree. It has done really well, but has it made any pears? No, it has not. So it has not done its job to fill our bellies. Here is another crepe myrtle, and we have here is that other chestnut tree. It's kind of struggling this year. Not sure, it might not be in the best place. This area over here, you can see it gets good, really good shade. The summer here in San Antonio is brutal, absolutely brutal. Things will die in the summer. They're not going to die in the wintertime because the heat, and it's like you just cannot get things enough water sometimes. And so we're now in kind of prime summer. It's been a wet summer, so that's why everything looks so green. It looks like springtime. So it's kind of struggled a little bit because it gets probably full sun. Not everything is struggling. I've got peach trees. Peach trees do really well here. They don't get very big, but they look pretty. I also have trees everywhere, don't I? These are mulberries. I thought they were bushes, but they are actually trees, and it's sitting in a raised bed. Not very smart, is it? This is a lime tree that only produces nasty thorns. So it really likes to tag me every time I go in there and try to get some blackberries. He's a real SOB. Here's another mulberry tree and another mulberry tree. And let's get the water. Apologize for the interruptions, but right. But we need to water because it's hot. Yep. Yep, summer's here. So I use, for a lot of these, I use this thing called a Oya pot system. And what that is, so you see this this thing holds water, and there's two tubes. You see the two tubes in there, and embedded in all of this is a bunch of noisy pots. There are some terracotta pots that are embedded in here and have that looks good. Probably not spicy. There's another one that's pretty much ready. Wow, nice fun. The terracotta pots are all in here, and what they do is they fill up with water, and then they slowly deliver water over time. And the cool thing about those is that it has really turned this garden around, especially in these raised beds. So back to the tea tree tour. All right, another peach. And over here, hiding around, that's a loquat, baby loquat. And it's hanging out with his friend, the crepe myrtle. And then we also have more crepe myrtles over here. Yes, we are quite fans of these. We really love them. And over here, another loquat. So if you've never had a loquat, this is my pride and glory. I love this one. This is the first tree that I put in about 10, when we first moved in, there was nothing here. Absolutely nothing, just grass. And I put this in. I actually got a good hole for this one. And put this guy in. and it took a little while, but then it started producing fruit. Now, the funny thing about this tree is that it likes to flower in December and then produce fruit January, February, March. And unfortunately, up here, we tend to get a freeze or two that will kill the fruit. So what I have to do if I want fruit is I have to completely cover this thing in plastic, and that actually works. The year I did that, I got a lot of fruit. I tried it last year, but unfortunately winds were too strong and it blew the plastic off. So this year I'm going to build a frame. That's gonna be crazy. So that'll be a fun nutty project that you can look at to say, don't do this. So that's kind of, that's pretty much the teacher. Teacher. Oh my gosh, yeah, too early for me and I need more coffee. Yeah, so I love trees. A lot of good fruit that comes off these trees. It really has enhanced our backyard, but they have been difficult to put in. Anyway, I appreciate y'all watching and hanging out with me. And y'all take care. Now, the tour wouldn't be complete without showing you all my crooked trees. This is a olive tree that kind of wants to go its own way. That's another olive tree that has a wasp colony in there. So I have to be careful with this one. They're always building nests everywhere. This is a pear tree. So this is what happens when I buy a stick from Oregon and put it in Texas. It just doesn't work. And these are apricots. This is, I think, the only straight tree in this entire area. So it's these have been here for a few years. And then this one, it's just a wacky tree, growing all sorts of all sideways. So they haven't produced fruit yet. So I am hoping it is large enough, maybe with some fertilizer or something, it might do something. Well, anyway, I appreciate y'all on this little trip with me today. Hope y'all have a good day.